to the special simulcast, the Neil Haley Show and the Mina Valentin Show with our host, Mina Valentin. Mina, you have a story for us today, or like kind of getting us geared up. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I thought I would talk about how I got started as an author, and talk about different meanings of success. And so when I uh, gave up my position as a dean and we moved to a different state, I didn't know anybody, and I wanted to do something. So I started reading. I've always been an avid reader. So I started reading these romance novels, and I thought, boy, I've got so many stories in my head that I've created since I was young. I think I could do that. So, because I have a dual PhD and two masters and two bachelors, I knew that I had to do research, because the first thing you want to do when you have an ambition to do something that may be out of your comfort zone is you've got to investigate it. You've got to do research. You've got to talk to people that do what you want to do. Find out what worked for them, what didn't work. So you build a base. And then I started reading books about how to write, and I don't mean by that how to write a word or how to write a chapter. I mean, how does the story begin? Where is the middle? What is the fulcrum? How do you slide into the ending? And can you create something so that they're anxious to read the next book? And so after I did a lot of that, I did sit down and I started writing. And I sent it to a woman who was very successful. And she said, "You're good." And that's all I needed. So I did hear from one of the lectures, because anytime I can go to a free lecture or a lecture that's cheap on writing or publishing or marketing, I always try to go. But one of them said, don't solicit to your family and friends, because they can be your worst critics. And I kind of bought into that. So I didn't tell anyone in my family. I have four sisters. We're not real close, especially distance wise. So I didn't really feel the need to tell them anyway. But I didn't tell anyone in my new circle of friends, and I didn't tell anybody in my old circle. I just started writing, and I finally decided that what I was doing what they might say didn't affect me, that I had confidence in what I was doing, and I knew that I wrote a good book. And if I had a critic that was not happy, then that happens. You can't make everybody happy. So, and the other thing that I have as an advantage is I'm old enough and have been hit um, psychologically and verbally enough that I've kind of let that shield cover me, so that I'm not hard. I'm not a hard person, but I have to take certain criticisms with a grain of salt, as it were. And I think that writing for me is very satisfactory, or gives me a certain satisfaction that I have not been able to get in other things. And it really lets my creative juices flow in a way that I've always wanted. And so I'm very content. And
It seems like it, and you just really, in so many ways, just enjoy writing and want to continue to provide great content for your readers.
right. And I just hope anyone that hears this might be an influence to try something that they've really wanted to do. One thing I have always done is not listen to other people when I wanted to do something. When I opened my restaurant and bar, everybody told me I was crazy. Nobody gave me any kind of support, and I did it, and I was successful. When I went into real estate, I got the same thing. You don't even know anything about real estate. Well, I did it anyway, and guess what? I was successful. When I went into nursing education, um, people thought I was crazy for getting into that, but I ended up being a dean. So um, don't let other people stop you from doing things that you really want to do.
Right.
You know, you,
You got to keep going because I mean the thing is people we constantly are saving for tomorrow. We're constantly waiting for tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, we don't want it to really come.
right.
Let's live in the moment and look at the experiences that we're dealing with. And if we don't put our effort into something that we really truly are passionate about, then we missed out. And
Yeah,
we
yeah,
just basically just went through a short life. It was not really anything to write home about, and you really didn't get to experience life.
and one thing that I have realized as I've become older is that no matter what, and I can honestly say I've had a very interesting life, but I'm sure I have many regrets. I have many regrets, but I've always tried. And I think that anyone that says they haven't regretted something in their lifetime is either very simple or they're lying. Because things don't things don't always work the way you want them to, but they seem to work out for the best.
They do, but you have to go for it, or
You do.
you've missed out
Yeah,
completely.
and I would hate for one of my regrets to be that I didn't even try.
Right,
That's the worst regret, you know.
right. And what are you going to do in your life when you have a certain amount of life, depending on what you have ahead? You didn't go out and do it, and
I know.
you didn't go back and decide, okay, I'm going for this. Let's do this.
Right.
Period. And
Yeah,
that's it.
I know. You're right.
You
Yes,
shouldn't
absolutely.
stop yourself at all. You got to go for it.
And you might be surprised. You might have something inside you that you didn't even realize you had.
Exactly. And that's something special.
Yeah.
And you were telling that story on TikTok.
Yes, I was telling that story. It was a little different than this, but about how you need to try. You have to try. The person that doesn't stick their foot out the door is never going to see the adventure. And there's a lot of adventure out there. If you
Right.
if you just stay inside, you'll never see that
Don't
adventure.
stay inside that box. Keep going.
That's right.
And you miss out in so many aspects if you
Oh, I
don't do
know.
that.
Yeah, and it leads you to other things. The road isn't just one. There's many, many tributaries off the main road, and you can go and take them all. Why take one?
Right. Because you see older people regret in life. What do you think that regret in life is? What is
And
your take? What do you think the biggest regrets they have?
there are things that are not tangible.
Hmm.
People regret not spending enough time or not trying something. Um, but time with family, friends, and um, doing things that they always wanted to do, but they never did.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And yeah, and sometimes when they put themselves in the background for the other person, they don't get that opportunity.
No, they don't.
Instead of going after it and saying, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Period.
And that is very true. And if you have a partner, it's not it's not your job to make sure that they're successful. It's your job to support them and encourage them. It's their job to do the same with you. So if you have a goal that's completely different from theirs, um, you would expect them not to denigrate you, but to lift you up.
That's right.
And if you don't have a partner like that, maybe you have the wrong partner.
Exactly. And if you're, and that's it. There you go.
Exactly.
All right. Now people can purchase your book going to minavalentine.com.
Oh yes, we're selling
And
books, and it's the newest book is still at 99 cents. I really encourage everyone to read all four because they're all independent, but they're all interlocked. So I'm sure if you're a steady reader of historical romance novels, you'll understand what I just said.
all right. Well, fantastic. MinaValentine.com. Thanks, Mina, and we'll talk soon. That was a special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the Mina Valentine Show. Guys, take care.